I always wanted to work with Robert Rodriguez, and then the fact that James Cameron was attached and had been working on it for quite some time was even more attractive, because you would be out of your mind if you didn't want to work with James Cameron in some capacity. So maybe I'll get to do that in the future in terms of him directing, but I'd worked on a project with Robert several years prior where he was in that producing position, and and so now I finally get to experience, you know, working opposite of him as an actor, and him obviously directing. And I'm really happy with getting to collaborate with him. He's got such a wonderful energy, a very young energy. He's like a kid getting in there and excited to kind of tweak the scenes, and he can do everything. Vector likes control. He's not one who appreciates a wild card. He needs things to go exactly as planned, and he's very much one who is about a controlled chaos. And Alita is too much of a wild card for him. Just in approaching playing Vector, I don't want to try to create something that isn't really there. And trying to just put another layer on top of it, because if anything, then that can get in the way of the natural flow of that character. And so just commit to what's there, and let my instincts take me where they take me. And if he's a bad guy, it's got to be because people think he's a bad guy. Like, I can never go into it thinking of these characters as a bad guy. But if anything, I can think of Vector as being someone who enjoys control, who feels alive when things are going as planned. And what dictates what the plan is? The plan is dictated by someone who is above him. So having someone to answer to means that he can justify it, because that is the authority, that is the government, that is everything. There isn't a power outside of, at least of that world, outside of his bosses, you know? And so in his mind, he feels like, well, either you're gonna be of the many have-nots or of the handful of haves. Robert is a terrific director, and he's really excited and passionate about this story. And then also, if you add, you know, James Cameron's effort and presence in it as well, the way that they've collaborated on it, and I just think there's just a joy for this kind of work. Like, this is what they do, you know. And I think the two of them together, the two teams working in this capacity, I think it stands to be something that could be really enjoyable and really entertaining.